Hi guys, in this series of HTML5 for Absolute Beginner, we're going to discuss how to create a full HTML5 layout. Please take note, installation of HTML preview won't be discussed in this topic. So please watch the first video of this series. So now, without any further ado, let's get started. To start with, we're going to combine all those topics as one in creating this new HTML5 layout. So let's start. To begin with, I'm going to create a new file, which is a full HTML5.html. Then we're going to use our first example. As you recall, we discussed this part of HTML5, which is focusing on this part here, which is the header, navigation, article, section, and footer. So let's start with the basic layout. Right, to start with, we're going to create touch here. So we're going to assign h1. Let's say I'm going to call this wiki ctpedia. Okay. So my goal here is I'm going to create a basic Wikipedia of SCP. So here, since we're going to need a navigation now, so I'm going to assign an anchor tag. So this will be our first topic on anchor tag. What it does is it will call it will open any link whenever you click this part here. But since we don't have for now, so I'm going to leave it blank. And assign this with London. Okay, London. Let's say here is Paris. Last one is Tokyo. Okay. Now that we have our navigation, I want to assign this navigation to look for within the body. So this will be the menu. Once this menu is selected, it will forward down in our main body. So since our main body here now is the section, we're going to assign this part in this section here. So how to do that? We need to call that by ID. So for me to capture that, I need to call this in a tag. So for now, I'm going to assign the h2 or the header, then with the ID. So let's say the first one is London. Okay, so we have the London. Okay, so I need to assign these three here. Paris and Tokyo. See? Okay, good. So now, what we need to do is, we need to preview this one. I'm going to open a HTML preview next to that. So, as you can see, this is now the overview of our target. Notice that there's a highlight here with a clicking icon. So which means that's the property of the anchor here. So like it said, it's an element of attributes, represents a hyperlink. So in typical website, once you click this hyperlink there, with a hyperlink, a nodes with a hyperlink, it will lead you to a new page. But in here, our target is to lead that one on our section part. Okay, now since I already assigned h2, I'm going to call the header just to make it visible. London, Paris, Tokyo. Okay, now we have this section here. The next thing we need to do is I'm going to call a paragraph. Okay. Each section will be having a paragraph. So what it does is we need to fill up some information about this article here, this section. Now, to have sections for that, we need to copy that. But on my example, I already copied that from Wikipedia. So I'm going to paste here. This is for London. That's for London. Next one, I'm going to get from Paris. Okay, now we have the Paris. And the last one, I'm going to copy from Tokyo. Okay, there you go. Now we have these sections here. The next thing we need to do now is once we click this here, it will move to this section here, and here, and here. So to do that, I'm going to assign or call the tags. So for this one, we're going to, since I already add some ID here, so I'm going to copy this one here. To call with the ID, I need to use this hashtag. Control D. That's for London. And for Paris, to copy this one since they have, it will call this Paris section here. So hashtag here. Paris. And for Tokyo, copy from here, then paste. See. So what it does is once you click, as you can see, it moved. You click Paris, it moved to Paris. And if I click to Tokyo, it will move from this part here. So since the page is only limited, so we assume that this one is workable. So for us to fully view this in a big page, I'm going to install a new package, and this is called Live Server. Okay. Let's say I'm going to close this one here. Okay, this is a new package right now, or extension. What it does is this will help us view in a bigger site. So we'll be using the actual website. So once you install, in my section here, I already installed. We're going to use this extension to run our HTML5. Okay, so going back, close this one here. Now to view that in a website, just simply right click, then open with Live Server. There you go. So now that we have our section here, so this is our full website now. Okay. So if you want to insert more sections here, it's okay, no problem. But the point is, once you click this one, it will move to Paris. Once you click this one, it will move to Tokyo. It so happened that our text is a little small here, but we'll work that on the stylish. So to do that, let's begin first. Okay. Let's start first by I'm thinking of editing the body. So the first is notice that we have the format here. So I want to change the body content. So to do that, when I say change the body content, it's like I want to customize the fonts, and I have my dedicated fonts for that. So in here, I'm going to assign a style. So this comes our CSS. Okay. Let's say for our first tag that we need to modify is our body. Let's say I'm going to change the font family. So this is sans serif. Okay, that's my assign font. Oops, we have an error tag here. One. Next, I'm going to assign the size, which is the font size. Let's say 1M. And the line height. So each line height here going to assign as 1.5. So let's go back in there. Let's see. Good. Seems there's a difference now. The size and everything here, the fonts. Okay, now we have progress on the first part. Now next, what we need to do now is we modify the header. So for the header, let's say I'm going to change the background of the header. Background color, let's say to black. And the text color, this is the text color. Let's say I'm going to assign as white. And I'm going to assign a padding. So this will have an outline. And with a padding of 5 pixels. Okay, these are the thickness or the thickness within the text. And I'm going to assign this one the alignment to center with a text transformation or transform to uppercase, which means we're going to create a website or the header into this section here. So this is for the header tag. So our header tag is this one here. So let's check. There you go. Now we have our section here. The next thing we need to modify now is this navigation here. So okay, so let's go back here and okay, for the navigation, I'm planning to, instead of in this manner, I want to put it in this, aligned in this section here, like the typical menu. To do that, I'm going to hold the navigation. Then I'm going to call or assign a line height. So this will align us our height position. So let's say 30 pixels. With a background color of let's say background color. Okay, let's say I'm going to pick this aqua. Then, since already specified the height, this time going to specify the width. Let's say going to assign the 100 pixels with a height of 300. Okay. Then I'm going to float this one on the left part. So which means it will position this on the left portion and with a padding of 5 pixels. So which means that this padding here is the thickness or the outline of the, so that will position or have a line or gap in between. Check. There you go. But since our London is outside here, let's check why. Why London is outside. Href, navigation. Okay. Okay, I thought it's this one. So right now, as you can see, this is the setup that we here. Okay, so notice that there are gaps in between here. So let's modify that further. Okay, I will fix that. Okay, for now, we already made some changes from here. The next thing we need to do is modify the section part. So these section parts are very important. So I'm going to realign this one as well so that it will not conflict with the menu or the navigation. So to do that, we need to call this section tab, tags, and then going to assign a width. So let's say for this one, to maintain that one, I'm going to assign as 1000 pixel. And this time I'm going to plot it on the right corner, right position, and with a padding of 10 pixel. Okay, let's check. Okay, good. Now we have set up this here. It's already in the position. The next thing we need to adjust now is the footer. The footer is occupying this part here. We need to assign that on the lower part. So to do that, we need to call that section or that tags. So this is the footer. For the footer, going to assign the back color, let's say to black. Then with the color, so this is the text color. So with a white text color, I like white color. So next, I need to clear both section here. Then I need to align this one to center. So call that text align center with a padding of 5 pixel and with a font size of 0.75 again, and a font style. I'm going to set this as italic. See? So let's see. There you go. So now our footer is already in place. Okay, good. I'm going to fix this part here. So since this one is a little bit that applies not our navigation. So let's check C and Y. 30 pixel color, 100 pixel. Oh, now I see why. It's because I only assign 300, so I need to assign the pixel. So let's check. Okay, so it seems this one's already increased. Need to explore more Y. Padding pixel line 30 pixel color 100 left blue. Let's say going to increase less than it to 60. Okay, there you go. Now, okay, so it seems that our website is okay now. We're going to click London. Good. If I click Paris, then I'm going to click Tokyo. Okay. So that's it. So this is how you implement with the combined chapters that we discussed. This is the output of our template, or you could say our progress from what we started from first chapter unto here. So if you wish to try this one here, I'm going to put these links in the description below so that you can get this in my GitHub. So as a review, please take note that using the basic CSS, we can customize everything with our HTML5 template. From here on and onwards, we're going to apply more CSS or more HTML5 template. But for now, if you find this video informative, don't forget to like the button and subscribe. And see you guys on the next video series. Cheers!